So I'm just making this little video as I'm out on a little walk, enjoying the sun, enjoying that spring slowly arriving. And you know what? Strangely, usually I always really enjoy spring, and I usually really enjoy when, the days are starting to get longer, the sun's starting to be hotter and heats up, and you can be outside more. And usually I really, really enjoy that season and that time of a year. And somehow this year it's been very different. Like for the past few weeks, I've just been feeling, kind of so discouraged and tired and exhausted and having some health problems. And I thought, oh my God, what is going on? Because as I've, moved more into these studies of, how to live your life like in a feminine, aligned way with your femininity, what comes out a lot of times is that you are, also supposed to kind of live with the seasons, right? So in winter, you're supposed to withdraw and rest and recover. And when spring comes out, it's kind of time to take out all of that energy and to, pour it into your life, pour it into your project and whatever you want to kind of realize and start to, make come true, basically, if there's projects or dreams or whatever it is, right? And this year, ever since spring has started, I'm just feeling so down and I feel like I have no energy. So I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And it's, of course, there's always going to be seasons. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's okay if your inner season is not exactly aligned with the outer seasons, right? I mean, of course, we're always going through these seasons and cycles that are ours. And also, maybe sometimes they don't correspond with what we see on the outside. And I guess what I also want to try to talk about is that when you've been pouring, energy and everything that you have into a little project, whatever the project may be, little or big, it might also be a big project, and you just kept pouring, energies and resources into that, it's normal that at a certain point you start to be tired because you cannot always give, right? Because at a certain point, there is this point in which you need to rest, right? And at that point, usually what is really nice is if you would be able to actually see some of the results of all the work that you have been doing, right? Just like if we think about nature and a plant that starts to grow when spring arrives, and we start to see, oh, there are all these buds popping up, and then, they become flowers and everything's thriving and everything's beautiful. And, maybe all winter long it has been kind of being held in the earth, by the earth, and being nurtured with everything it needs in order to grow, right? And so if we've been pouring our energies into, specific projects or whatever we want to kind of actualize, there may come a point in which we are tired and we're like, okay, I've put so much energy into that, and now maybe the results are not starting to show, and at the same time we're tired. It kind of reminds me of something that one of my teachers once said, where he was like, and he was talking about this in regards to business and growing a business, that if you look at this business being like this small plant, and the less pressure you can actually put on that plant as it is really small, the better it is. Because if you put like too much weight, too much pressure too early on to that plant, then you may do more damage than good, right? And I guess what I want to say is that sometimes when we are in this kind of phase in which we feel like, oh my God, we've been pouring so much energy into something, and the results are just not showing sometimes. And you may be thinking about, should I give this up? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Because if you're anything like me, and believe that the universe is real and alive and communicating with us all the time, then you may be thinking, oh my God, are these signs that I'm supposed to stop? The fact that I feel so tired, but the results are not what I would like them to be, and what I'd imagined them to be. And it's like, where are you going to take the strength from now to still keep going? So if the result isn't what you expected it, then you may be like, okay, is this a sign from the universe that I'm supposed to give up, to not pursue this anymore, to stop this project? Maybe it isn't for me, and it isn't what I thought it should be, or it would be, or is supposed to be. And interestingly, I've just had this experience where I was at the point where I thought, okay, I just want to give up, right? I'm tired. I can't force it anymore, because this constant striving, to make something happen can just be so exhausting. And I thought, okay, I'm just so ready to finally be able to receive and to let it come, rather than trying to make it happen, because that is exhausting. That is just so exhausting, right? And what then happened was, all of a sudden I woke up one day, I was super discouraged. I was like, I'm going to give up. I'm not made to do this. It's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I should be doing something else that maybe is more aligned with me and who I am. And then all of a sudden, what happened was, that day I kind of had a cascade of good signs or good fortune signs kind of happening, which was amazing. And it's like, it's the plan, right? It's still not the result that I wanted, but I almost felt like, oh, these may be, those small little signs that I should still keep going, right? And they are very small, and they may be smaller than I would have liked, or smaller than I would have expected, but just to be able to kind of see them and notice them, and still honor and value them for what they are. So yeah, just my little message for you today. If you feel like you should be giving up, or if you feel like the projects that you are working on, whatever it is that you may be wanting to actualize in this life, is not happening, and you kind of start to ask yourself, shouldn't you be doing this? Maybe the signs that you should still keep going are smaller than expected, just as the result that you are having at the moment is smaller than expected. So let me know what you think about that, and if you've ever been in a similar situation to that, I'd love to know. And I hope you are enjoying the spring, and I hope you are enjoying the sun, and summer slowly coming, everything getting warmer, which honestly I truly love usually. So yeah, have a wonderful day, and talk to you soon. Bye.